Today's yoga class is yoga to boost your immune system. My name is Claire and this is Clare Minded. Hop on your mat and I'll meet you there. So whenever you're ready, hi guys, hop on your mat, hero's pose or easy pose, whatever's comfortable. We're gonna start with the little breathing exercises. If you're in easy pose, pull out your butt cheeks so you're nice and strongly rooted down in towards the mat. Sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna start with a breathing inhale of 4 and then exhaling for 8. So nice deep breath, exhaling out all of your stale air. You can bring your hands to your belly if that feels more comfortable. And inhaling through your nose for a count of 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. Having the longer exhales really focuses on coming back to that parasympathetic state, that rest and reset here. Beautiful job. Just coming back to our normal rhythm of breath. The next breathing exercise we're going to do is called lion's breath. So we inhale through our nose and then we stick our tongue out as we exhale. And you sigh it out. So we're gonna start here, sitting up nice and tall, big breath in through your nose. Exhale, stick your tongue out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. Nice and strong. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Come back to a normal rhythm of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose. Nice and grounding to start with some breathing exercises. Great job. So now we're going to flip, staying on our bottoms, but we're going to stretch our legs nice and long. We're going to come into a seated forward fold. So scoop out those butt cheeks. You want to make sure your sitting bones are rooted in towards the earth. Reach your hands all the way up towards the sky, and you really want to focus on lengthening your side body here. Inhaling as you lengthen, and then exhale as you reach forward past your toes, maybe even grabbing your toes or your shins, reaching forward, and then exhaling, folding down into your legs. Now you want to focus on rooting down through your sitting bones, lengthening your spine, and then folding on your exhale to go a little bit deeper. Maybe your hands come to the outside of your feet here. Continue to work with your breath as you inhaling to lengthen. And then exhale to fold just a little bit deeper, releasing any tension. Let your head and neck hang heavy. Allow yourself to surrender into this pose and this posture. Nice. When you're ready, start to walk your hands back towards the center line of your body. Now we're going to come into a one-legged forward fold. So bring that left foot inside of the right thigh. And again, reaching your hands up, and then rotate your chest towards your right foot. Flex the right foot. Exhale as you fold over. And again, inhaling to really lengthen, grounding down through the left sitting bones. And then exhaling, folding directly over that right foot. Continue to flex that foot towards your face to keep your leg engaged. Totally okay if you bend your knee just slightly. And on your next inhale, walk your hands back up, and we're gonna switch sides. So one-legged fold over on the left side. So bring the right foot inside the left inner thigh. Flex your left foot. Lift the butt cheeks up again, rooting down through the sitting bones. Lengthen your hands up. Rotate towards the left leg. Reach forward and then exhale, folding over that left leg. Relax your head and your neck. With every breath in, continue to reach your hands forward, lengthening your spine a little bit deeper. And then exhaling, allowing yourself to fold a little bit deeper. Keep those toes flexed. Totally okay if you bend the knee just slightly. Find yourself a powerful breath and allow yourself to go deeper. Slowly start to walk your hands back towards the center line of your body. Straighten your right leg, shake out your legs a little bit, bend them, bounce them. And now we're gonna come into a seated half twist. So we're gonna bring the right foot over the left leg. Left leg is straight. Wrap your left arm around your right knee. Sit up nice and tall, and then reach your right hand all the way up towards the sky and almost like a horizon, gently rainbow your right hand down towards the back of your mat. Now you gently press into your right hand, lengthen your spine up nice and tall, and as you exhale, allow yourself to twist a little bit deeper. Continuing to hug your right knee inside of your left elbow, and then coming back up, inhale the right arm all the way up towards the sky, and rainbow it all the way down towards the front. Now we're gonna switch legs, so straighten the right leg, step your left foot over towards the outside of the right leg. Wrap your right elbow around your left knee. Reach your left hand up nice and tall, and then exhale as you horizon your left hand towards the back of your mat. Gently press your fingertips in towards the mat so you sit up nice and tall, continuing to flex that right foot. Hug that left knee in towards your chest, and as you exhale, continue to rotate towards the back of your mat. Finding a nice gentle twist here, giving your outer hips a little bit of extra love. Continue to breathe, nice. And as you come back out, reach your left hands up and over, rainbowing them down towards the front. Release your left knee, shake out your legs one more time, give them a little bounce, and then bring your knees in towards your chest. We're gonna come into a toe stretch. So we're gonna lift onto our toes, knees are together, heels are lifted off the mat, and our hands are gently rested on the ground here. Maybe wrapping one hand around your legs, maybe trying both. Test your balance here. You're still on your tippy toes, tucking your chin towards your chest, holding the balance if you can. If not, totally okay to bring your hands back down towards the mat. That is always an option. On your next exhale, release your hands down to the mat, and then coming into a forward fold. Bent knees here, lifting the toes, lifting the heels, shaking it out one side by side. Keep those knees bent, super important as we start. Grab for opposite elbows, release your head, your neck. Just allow yourself to hang heavy here. Nice and relaxed. Begin to straighten your legs now, shifting the weight into your toes. Bottom all the way up towards the sky. Release your hands and then interlace them at the nape of your spine, and then reach your hands up and over for a forward fold chest expansion. Continue to bring the heels of your palms closer together too, lifting your shoulders up and away, pulling that belly slightly in, sending your tailbone up towards the sky, and then slowly releasing your hands back down towards the ground. Bend your knees here, release your head and your neck, and then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll all the way up towards standing. Rotate your shoulders, shake out your arms. Let go of any stagnant energy you got going on here. So now we're gonna come into Tadasana pose. So grounding your feet in towards the ground, hip width distance. Reach your hands all the way up towards the sky, palms facing in. And then connect your hands together. Now we're gonna come into a side body stretch here. So reach your hands up and over, stretching towards the right side of your mat. You wanna send your hips towards the left side. Pull your belly up and in, almost like you're between a plexiglass wall. Feel yourself sandwiched in between there. Inhale as you lift your hands back up to center, and then exhale your hands over towards the left side of your body, sending your hips towards the right. Again, pulling that belly in, keeping it engaged here. Still rooting down through both feet, stretching through both side bodies. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Now we're gonna come into a series of 3 back bends. So starting in Tadasana, reach your hands up. And then exhale, gentle back bend, being very easy at the beginning here. Relax your shoulders, send your hips forward, gently squeeze your glutes. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment, and then release your hands coming into our second round. Inhale, hands all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, gentle back bend, send your hips forward, maybe reaching a little bit further back, focusing on arching through the upper spine rather than the lower back. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take a breath, release your hands. And we're gonna do one more round here. So inhale, Tadasana, hands reach high. Exhale, back bend. Reach your arms up and over. Nice, squeeze those glutes gently, send the hips forward. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful job. Take a breath in and a breath out. Release your hands down by your sides. Working on some balance here, we're gonna start with tree pose. So we're gonna root down into our right foot and then bring our left foot into our left thigh or our left calf, or you can always kickstand it on the ground. I'm gonna bring mine to my inner thigh here. I'm gonna start with hands at heart center. And now you wanna pull your belly in, really root down through the right leg, but open your left knee out. Reach your hands up towards the sky, maybe keep them at heart center. Keep your gaze focused forward or about 8 inches in front of you, perhaps. If you really want to test your balance, you can try closing your eyes. Do what feels good for you here. Take nice deep breaths in. And exhale. Come back through heart center here. Now we're going to keep our left leg lifted. We're going to use our first 2 fingers of our left hand to grab our left big toe. Now we're going to kick our left heel towards the front of the mat. Once we have our balance here, right hand on our hip, we're going to kick our left heel out towards the left side of our body, maybe bringing that right hand out to balance here, really focusing on kicking into that left heel, bringing the left toes back towards your face, belly is nice and tight, and maybe take your gaze towards your right hand, bending your knee if you need to, coming back through center. Nice. And now we're going to grab the outside of our left foot with our right hand, and then bringing the left hand behind you, coming into revolve hand to big toe pose. Again, really focusing on the balance here, rooting down through that standing foot, breathing nice and deeply. And then gently come back through center, bend your knee, release your hands down by your sides, and then release the left foot down towards the ground. Shake out the right foot, hips side to side, shake out any tension you're holding on to, any stagnant cramps, shake it out. We're gonna switch it over towards the opposite side now. So we're gonna root down through our left foot, and starting with tree pose on the right side, we're gonna bring our foot to our inner thigh, or calf, or the ground. Do whatever you did on the opposite side. So we wanna stay consistent. So I'm gonna bring my right foot to my inner left thigh. We're gonna pull the belly in and drop the tailbone down, hands starting at heart center. Again, focus on opening up the right knee towards the outside of your mat. You can lift your hands up towards the sky. You can open them into a beautiful tree. You can bring them behind your back, whatever feels good. Maybe around playing with your balance by shutting your eyes, or maybe just keeping them completely open. It's up to you. Find a strong breath here. Continue to breathe. On your next exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Keep your right knee lifted. Now grabbing your big toe with your right hand, kick your right leg forward, flex the right toes back towards your face, finding a nice strong balance here. And then when you're ready, kicking your right leg out. It's okay if you shake, it's okay if your knee is bent. Right leg comes out to the right side, left hand out towards the opposite side, and maybe your gaze goes towards your left hand. Again, really focusing on that balance here, squeezing that core. When you're coming back through center, it's totally okay if you shake. We're gonna grab for the outside of our right foot with our left hand, and then reaching the right hand behind us, coming into revolved hand to big toe pose. Again, focusing on that balance, kicking that leg nice and strong, flexing the foot. Coming back through center, it's a little shaky on this other side. Release the right foot down, shake your hips side to side, have a little bit of fun with it. We're building a strong immunity here, so we're gonna shake our hips around in one direction and then shake them out in the other way, just to loosen up our spine from any tension that it came from standing up. Now we're gonna step towards the back of our mat, and we're gonna do a quick sun A. Inhale, hands all the way up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders, interlace your hands, breathe in. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, center. Release your hands. Exhale, back bend. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as you come all the way back down. Release your head and your neck. Taking your gaze forward. Inhale as you walk your hands forward into a downward facing dog. Spread all 10 fingers wide, really press them in towards the mat. You want to bring the eyes of your elbows towards the sky, so rotating your shoulders away from your ears, hips up, drop your heels. Start by pedaling out your feet, side by side. Inhale, come up through a high plank position. Adjust yourself where you need. And we're going to start with some hip dips here. So our shoulders are over our wrists here, belly in nice and tight, and then we're going to drop our hips over towards the right side. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Dipping just your hips to the left, center, right, center. Keep the arms nice and strong here. Keep it going. Right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. Hold at the center here, nice and strong, high plank. Exhale, low plank, slowly lower all the way down towards the ground. Release your toes, press them down and towards the mat. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, release it. Inhale, cobra pose. Press your hands in towards the mat. Take your gaze up. Send your heart forward. Reach, reach, reach. Tops of the feet are still in towards the mat. Allow your gaze to go up. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling, releasing down towards the mat. Nice. Now we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So you want your shoulders over your elbows. Your arms are in the shape of number 11. We're going to send our heart forward, pressing our forearms in towards the mat, allowing your gaze to go forward, maybe even slightly up. Send your heart forward. Again, keeping your belly slightly engaged, releasing any tension in your glutes. Tops of the feet are still in towards the mat, still really pressing into the forearms. You want to create space between the ears and the shoulders. And then exhale, coming down towards the ground. Release your hands down by your sides. Shake your hips side to side. Bring one cheek towards the mat. And just take a moment to relax. And on your next inhale, come back through center, chin center. Bend your knees towards your glutes. And we're going to grab for our feet or ankles, coming into floor bow pose. Exhale out all of your air. On your next inhale, kick into your feet, your ankles, lift your chest up. Trying to find some balance here. Send your heart forward. Kick, kick, kick. See if you can kick a little bit higher here. Opening up the chest. Nice and beautiful. And on your next exhale, gently release your chest down towards the ground. Continuing to hold onto your feet until you reach the ground. And then windshield wipe your legs side to side. Hands are down by your sides. And then gently relax your legs all the way back down towards the earth here. Shake your hips out. And then bring your chin back to center. Press your hands underneath your chest. Child's pose. Continue to take some deep breaths here. And your next inhale, walk your hands back towards your body and flip over on towards your bottom. So come towards the closer of the center of your mat here. We're gonna come into a modified floor boat pose. So bending your knees, they can stay on the ground, or you can bring your legs parallel towards the ground. Your hands are reaching forward. You're pulling your belly in, maybe flexing the toes or pointing them. And if you can, try straightening your legs, pointing your toes, and then gently releasing your legs down to hover off the ground here. Your chest is still lifted, your hands are still reaching towards your toes, and then start to scissor kick your legs here, really engaging that core, just starting to wake it up for a moment here. Scissor kicking your legs. Nice. Inhale, boat pose. Come all the way back up. You can bend your knees. Holding it here. Hold, hold, hold. Nice and strong boat. And then gently relax your legs down towards the ground. Slowly unwind your spine back towards the earth here. Release your hands down by your sides. Nice. Now we're going to come into bridge pose. So walk your feet back towards your glutes. Make sure your hands can kiss your heels, pretty much close. Hands out by your sides. Lower back is connected towards the earth. And on your inhale, press into your feet and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, lift your hips up off the ground. You want to keep your legs parallel towards one another. Pressing into your heels, lifting your hips up, maybe rolling your shoulders underneath to give you a little extra height here. Continuing to breathe, noticing the slight lock in your throat. It's totally okay. It's meant to be there. Continuing to breathe nice and strong, sending the hips up 1 inch higher. And on your next exhale, gently release your hips back down towards the ground. Nice. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and slowly rock side to side. Just releasing any tension in your lower spine here. We're going to make our way into shoulder stand. So keeping your knees bent, this is super important how to get into it. We want to bring our hands to our lower spine here. So keep those knees bent as we begin to walk our hands. Our fingertips are pointing towards the sky. We're going to walk our hands up our back though towards our shoulder blades. And then when they've come as far as they can, then we start to straighten our legs here. Your hands are supporting your lower back entirely. Kicking the legs up towards the sky, pointing the toes so the legs are active here. Noticing the throat lock. Continuing to breathe nice and deeply. Finding a nice strong shoulder stand here. Continuing to keep those legs active. Nice. And now we're going to come into plow pose. So with control, continuing to point those toes, begin to drop your legs towards the top of your head. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Your hands are supporting your lower back the entire time. And only if your feet touch the ground may you release your hands. If your feet are not touching the ground, please keep your hands on your lower spine for protection. If your feet are on the ground, you can release your hands and interlace them, coming into a little bit more depth, opening up the chest, continuing to breathe strongly in and out through your nose. We're working on building that immune system. So continuing to control and find that breath. Now to come out of plow pose, we want our hands on our lower spine. And coming out in an easy way here, we're going to bend our knees towards the outside of our ears. Slowly, slowly walking our hands towards our glutes here. Hugging our knees in towards our chest, coming into a ball pose on the ground. Giving yourself some love, some gratitude, some extra juju. And when you're ready, release your legs long, point your toes, and we're going to come into a modified fish pose. So our elbows are underneath our shoulders, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Forearms are down by your sides. Lift your heart up and relax your head. Drop it towards the back of your mat. Sending your heart towards the sky, pointing the toes here. And then slowly unwinding your spine, coming to laying on the mat here just for a moment. And then bend your knees back and towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Shake it out side to side, releasing any tension in your lower spine. Beautiful. Deliciousness. Now we're going to roll onto our sides here. Gently press ourselves up. And if you have a wall nearby, if not, you can totally do this without a wall. Or find a wall if you can. We're going to come into legs up the wall. So So as closely as you can get your bottom towards the wall, send your feet up. We're going to start with an active legs up the wall. So you want your toes pointing down towards your face. And if you don't have a wall, that's totally okay. You can just do this laying on your mat. You can use your hands underneath your butt for extra support if that feels good. Hands out by your sides. Relaxing your breath here, coming back down, soothing, keeping your legs active, giving yourself a nice little hamstring stretch as well. Feeling strong and confident as we've worked with our breath, controlling, building and strengthening that immune system. Legs up the wall is a great pose to do whenever you want to rest and reset. It's a great one to help with sleep. It brings you back to that parasympathetic state, that rest and reset, which is so great for building the immune system. And just relaxing. And if you want to stay here for as long as you wish, please do so. Otherwise, slowly bend your knees in towards your chest, roll onto a side, and then gently push yourself up. Coming into Hero's Pose, easy pose, just honoring your practice and the work you did. Bring your hands to heart center. Bless you all for being here. Namaste.